Hello and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, I'm glad you're back. In today's video, I have something very colorful for you, and I'm absolutely in love with it. You can do whatever you want. I just gave you some examples. Drag marble is really simple. I'm gonna show you my method of creating like a really crisp drag marble, so it's not like muddy or anything like that. Yeah, you can do whatever. You can put it underneath designs, you can put it next to designs, you can make designs out of it. There are like loads of methods of using this, and I absolutely love it. It's the first thing I ever learned to do, but this was like way before I was even a nail technician, way before I was even considering it, so it's really beginner friendly. I was probably like 14, 15 when I was doing this, and I still love it. To this day, I'm still using it in designs for my clients. My clients love it, and it's so easy and so quick to do. So yeah, I really hope you guys are going to enjoy it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. This video, give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know how you enjoyed it or what you did, or tag me with your work because I would love to see it. And yeah, with all of that said, let's do some nails.
I am going to start off with Hailey from the Kirsty Meakin Gel Polish collection, and I'm going to apply 2 layers of this and cure each for 30 seconds in my LED lamp, and that means that these are fully cured. And then to make sure that I'm going to have like a perfect surface for painting, especially that I'm going to use gel polish, I'm going to remove the sticky layer, and you can even give this a buff. Then I'm going to use whiteout, Deca, Suki. I'm not actually going to use whiteout to paint anything. I'm going to use it to mix colors. You're going to see in a second why. Cotton Candy, Ness, and Ponyo, I think. Oh, Lily and Ponyo, sorry. There you go. And you can see here on the palette that the orange and the green really stand out. They're not as pastel as the rest, so I'm going to add a little bit of white into that orange, making it a bit more pastel. And then I'm also going to add some of that green into the white, and because I still got a really like neon-y, I don't know, it was just too much for me, I decided to add some mic in it, so it's just like a darker green. And I'm gonna use this bigger liner brush, like thicker liner brush from Glitterbels, and also the really thin liner brush from Glitterbels. So I'm gonna start with the really thin liner brush, and I'm creating a French on this nail. So I'm starting with the pink, and I am just kind of mapping out where my French is going to be. And then I'm going to go in with the bigger brush just because it holds more product. I'm going to go and apply some more of that color, so I'm making the lines a bit thicker. Then I'm going in with the orange, and I'm gonna go and use the colors in like the rainbow order, just to make sure I don't have any brown spots happening. They're not mixing together. With drag marble, they're not that it's not that big of a deal. You can have complementary colors next to each other with no issue, but I just wanted to keep the rainbow order. However, I do wish I made that green a bit darker because it's quite similar to the yellow, as you can see, but we all make mistakes, and I made that one. So yeah, anyway, I just kept the colors as they were in the order, and then I'm going in with that thin brush, and I'm making sure I'm cleaning the brush in between the lines. So just take your time with this, don't hurry, don't put a lot of product on the nail and you're gonna be fine. It's not gonna run anywhere, but make sure you clean the brush in between, because then if you don't, you're gonna bring a lot of that product at the top there where you start dragging down, and you don't want that. So to keep it clean, make sure you clean your brush in between. Then I'm gonna go in with the No Wipe gel paint in black and white from Ink London, and also with the middle liner from Glitterbels, and I'm gonna apply I'm gonna just create a French line with black, but I'm gonna make it a bit thicker than this. So I mapped it out first, and then I'm going in and I'm thickening it just a little bit, because then this will tie it with the next nail. You'll see in a minute what I mean, but until then, you know. Then I'm also gonna use dotting tool that has quite a, like, I think that's the biggest one that I have, but that has two different sized dotting tools. As you can see, one of them is quite tiny and one of them is quite big, just because I wanted to like play with the sizing here in between them. And also I'm gonna need a smaller dotting tool for this, so to go in with the second color with white, to go in the middle of those dots. So yeah, I just used the dotting tool that has two different sized heads, and that just did the job. I'm going to cure that fully, and then I'm gonna apply a layer of the Ultimate No Wipe top coat, and I'm also gonna cure this for 60 seconds. Also, what I forgot to mention is that when you move from one color to the next to apply those lines, so when I moved from pink to the orange and then to the yellow and whatever, I also cleaned the brush in between applications, and that's gonna give you a really clean drag marble. So you're not gonna have any marbling in between the colors are gonna stay exactly where you put them. So make sure you clean your brush properly, like, you know, wipe it on a lint-free wipe or something. Then, as you saw, I just used a big one of those big gel brushes from Glitterbels, and I just created a simple flower. And now I'm just using the dotting tool and the steady gels in yellow, and yeah, I just created that middle of the flower, and that nail is done. Then for the next nail, I am going to do exactly the same. I'm applying the colors onto the nail in the rainbow order, but you see here I'm applying them a little bit differently, because this is gonna be like half a butterfly kind of thing. So I'm always wiping my brush in between the different colors. As I said, if you don't do this, you are going to get the marbling inside the colors, and you really don't want that. If you want a nice clean look to your drag marble, you need to keep that separate. And then I'm doing exactly the same here. I'm dragging the colors through, but you see here I'm giving it kind of like a curve, just kind of follow a little bit my butterfly. And you can see that on the bottom there I didn't actually wipe my brush properly, and I actually left traces of that yellow into the pink on the bottom half. So that's what I mean when I say you need to like wipe your brush properly and clean your brush in between, because then you're not gonna have that perfect clean look. For this butterfly, it didn't really matter, especially for me, it didn't really matter. I liked it anyway, because it's colorful and it's beautiful. And if you want that, at least you know how to achieve it. It's just to keep in mind, if you don't want that and you want a nice clean look and you don't know what you're doing wrong, that's your probably what you're doing wrong. So yeah, anyway. Then as you can see, I am just going in with an outline in black, and I added some dots there just to kind of make the shape of the butterfly a bit more interesting. And also I'm adding these like waves. I'm not making everything perfectly smooth. I'm kind of adding a bit of texture into the wings, and I think that's just gonna make it look so much better and more like delicate and beautiful. And you know, that's just my opinion, so you can have a different opinion if you want. Then I'm just creating the body of the butterfly, and I'm also finishing that bottom wing. Then I'm going wherever I feel like it needs a bit more of something, and making sure that, you know, I just have it. So I added some like dots, I don't even know how to call those, here and there. And yeah, I'm basically just playing with the structure of the wing to make it however I like it. And yeah, and also don't forget the antennas. because butterflies do have antennas. Then I'm gonna go in with the dotting tool and the white, and I'm just gonna add a bit more detail here and there. You don't have to add as much as I did. You can just stop at the black if you want. I just wanted to kind of make it pop even more. So this is what I meant when I said that that French, the black French on the previous nail is gonna tie in with this. And you can also add something like this, I don't know, some kind of design on the third nail as well. Third nail. And this is how the end result looks like. Then moving on to the third nail, I am going to apply a layer of that yellow just to kind of have a base. You can apply any color, I just chose the lightest one because it's going to be the easiest one to cover with the rest of the colors. So usually go for the lightest one, I highly recommend that. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply the colors as I did before in the same order, but because I wanted to like split them up kind of, you know, perfectly, let's say, I started with the green and then yellow in the middle there, and then I'm just kind of moving on to the rest of the colors. So going in with orange and pink on one side, and then on the other side is going to be blue and purple, so just to make them look kind of even. You can do them in, you know, the normal order. You can start with the pink on the left or with the purple on the right. I just wanted to make sure that they're kind of even, let's say. So I'm applying all the colors as I did before. By the way, they're not cured. I don't know if I mentioned this, but you do not cure these before you kind of do drag marble. You cure it after, and I kind of recommend you cure twice, so you do a double cure, just because they can be a little bit thicker than your normal application, and you want to make sure that everything is nice and cured completely. Then I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm going on one side and dragging everything, and then wiping my brush in between drags, and then going on the other side and doing exactly the same. And you can see that this keeps it at a very, very neat kind of way. Everything looks very uniform and perfect, and I absolutely love it. Then I'm curing that and applying a layer of top coat, making sure to like make the surface smooth. And then I cured that completely, and now I'm going in and I'm creating those flowers, which is really not that hard with this brush. It's basically just applying 2 lines on the sides and then 1 longer line in the middle, and that's your petal. It's so easy, and they don't have to be perfect because they are supposed to kind of resemble real petals, which are not perfect, you know, especially how they're like bent in the wind and stuff like that. So you can make them look a little bit more natural, and nature is never perfect. And I'm doing that everywhere. I'm kind of doing a little bit, applying them a little bit like they would be cut off, so you know they're not full flowers. And then I'm just applying that yellow in the middle. I'm just kind of putting dots randomly here and there, and they will kind of make a texture for me, so you don't have to do much. Anyway, with all of this done and cured, this nail is done.
These are all finished now, and I think they are absolutely amazing. I love them so much. They were so quick to do, and honestly, you need these in your life because they are striking, but at the same time they take so little time to do, and they look amazing. I don't know, I striking is like the most I can do when it comes to words. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and you know, make sure to tag me in your work because I would love to see. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always message me and I'll answer. And yeah, with all of that said, you know, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.